energy always. Okay, and how many of you have children around you, either your younger siblings or nieces, nephews, or your own children? Please raise your hand. All of you have seen children, right?
I have baby. I have baby.
No. Okay, who has babies?
Surbi, my daughter.
Okay, so when there is an argument with the kid, even babies argue, I know. Who wins?
So obviously mother fails. Mother sometimes fails.
Yes, children win because they have higher energy. Energy is very, very important, and I cannot see it in this class. Half of you are already asleep. You guys had heavy lunch? How many of you had heavy lunch? Okay. Okay. I'm going to be standing for 4 hours. I'm not sitting. So that requires energy, okay? So I expect you guys to be that much involved in this class, that much more involved in this class, because I'm standing here for whom?
We.
Yes, yes. So show me that energy, okay? Ready?
It's not physical class, and otherwise physically we would have shown more energy. Here we are sitting at home, and so, you never know, neighbors might complain. If showing so
I don't think neighbors will complain for positive energy. There is so much negative energy out there. Nobody complains. Have you seen the wars? Did you read the newspaper today?
Yes.
There is so much expression of negative energy. The problem is people don't appreciate the expression of positive energy, guys. Do you guys really not want to save this world? This world needs positive energy. Neighbors are not going to come and complain. They are going to come and say that we feel energetic today. What are you doing at home? I've got neighbors too.
Okay, guys, please unmute your videos, please. After long thing, nobody's opening the videos. That is the problem. You should show your video, please. So this person will call personally. Dhanush, Tejashini, please. Tania, please video. All are ladies here, so no issue. Sasikala. Actually, what is the problem not to open the video? That also we can communicate.
Okay, you guys might be having a group. Please communicate through that group so that we can continue here. Yeah. Thanks so much, Surbi. Please, a big round of applause for Surbi for taking her responsibility so seriously. Thanks so much, Surbi. Okay, so learning requires energy, and today you need something in order to learn. Okay, and I'll show you what you need in order to learn. So tell me once you can make out what I'm making.
Flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. It's a very special flower. Can you tell me why? Because this flower is you. Aren't we all like flowers? We are, right? Yes. And just like the petals of the flower, there are aspects to our personality. Okay? Do you agree with me? So what is the visible aspect of your personality? Your body, the physical?
The face first.
Yes. What is the aspect of your personality, of your person, with which you think?
Intellectual.
Mental, yeah. We can call it intellectual, but it's the mental aspect with which you think, right? What is the aspect with which, so let's say that this is also an object, right? It's got a physical aspect to it, right? But if I spoke to it, will it think and answer? No, right? So thinking is one of the things that you have, not an inanimate object, right? Besides that, if I hit it, will it get hurt? No. So what is that
Emotion.
of your personality which gets hurt, with which you feel? What is that aspect?
Emotional.
Yes.
Emotion.
Thanks, Uli. Yeah. And there is one more aspect, a very important aspect, and very little is talked about it. It is the aspect with which you connect to the rest of the universe. What is that aspect? Come on,
The
Deva.
spiritual access,
Social.
the
Social.
spiritual aspect.
Thank you very much, Sabiha. Now, only if these four aspects of your life come together, align, that's when you learn. That's when you become a powerful choice maker. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're studying for your exams, but you're not liking the subject. Yeah. How many of you don't like law, business law? Yeah, I know. I teach that, by the way. Okay, so you are studying, you're physically there, but what happens to your mind? Is your mind also there, or is it in many other places?
Many other
places, right? So if your mind is not on the work that you're doing, what is it doing to your emotion? You're confused, unhappy. Yeah, Parinita, tell me. Yeah. And are you really connecting to anything, the rest of the world, when you are in this state? No, you are in a hiding right now, right? That I have to study, but I'm not studying. I will have to do this, but I'm not doing. Yeah, so when all these four are not in line, what happens to your exam?
It doesn't go as expected. No.
Yes. So, or it goes just as expected, right? Very badly. So, but let's say if you really love the subject that you are studying, somebody share your favorite subject with me.
Maths.
Maths, okay. So, Rashmi, right? That was Rashmi?
No, ma'am, Utpreksha.
Utpreksha, okay. Utpreksha loves maths. How many of you are already cringing at the sight of that? Okay, so Utpreksha is doing maths. Yeah, so physically she's doing it. Emotionally, where is she? She's enjoying it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And mentally, of course, she's there. And therefore, something happens, right? It's called a flow. Something happens, and you end up solving problems that you had not imagined or you were not able to solve till now. That's what happens when you align all these aspects of your life. Chances are today these aspects will not align for you guys. Would you like to know why?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys want to align all these aspects in order to learn what I have here for you to learn?
Yes, ma'am.
But it may not happen. And do you want to know why? So guys, if you want to know why, there are 37 people in this session. So -2, Professor Shweta and myself. There are, okay, one person dropped off. So 34 people basically. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cameras. Okay. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Do anything. Each one of you has to get 2 cameras on. Come on, this is a class activity. Let me see how well you do it.
This is not done.
Come on, you don't have time to waste.
So also, ma'am, I was thinking, is there any issue with opening the camera? Because I was not able to open the camera. Can we find out, like, is there an issue?
I doubt it. I have been in trainings with 400 people and 75% of them keeping their cameras on. And they are like,
because
not students anymore. So I don't see why here cameras can't be on.
yeah, it seems like a genuine issue, a genuine problem then, because if people are.
So I conduct classes with 80 students in DSU, and I make sure cameras are on. You guys are not used to that kind of environment. That's the problem.
No, I'm not saying that. I just felt that, I was not able to, switch on my camera a few minutes back. So is there a technical issue? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
If we have any issue.
Guys, you can type in the chat box if you are facing problem switching on your camera. Come on. Come on, guys.
We'll call each and every name, two person, the two names, so that they can tell their problem. Is it fine?
Yeah, are coming on.
Okay, Anita is open. So this
anyway,
person, Anusha.
Yes.
Anusha, what is your problem? Why you are not switch on your camera? Please tell.
She has replied over the chat, Survi.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm at hometown due to rain. Okay, that's fine. That next one is Apurva.
Apurva. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Apurva.
you guys handle this, and I'll be back in a minute.
Apurva, what happened? Apurva, what is the problem?
Hello, ma'am. Actually, the internet, this is very low. If I on my
1 minute you do, then after that 1-2 minutes you can close, so that ma'am will see your face. Then okay. Then after that the bandwidth you can switch off.
Yeah, I can switch on it for 2 minutes. Why? Because if I on the camera for the whole session, then I would be not able to listen to the whole workshop properly due to the fluctuations of the bandwidth.
Okay, the current moment, that is a requirement, the camera on. So you do that once everybody switch on the camera, ma'am will happy, then we'll continue. So situation depend upon the situation. Okay.
So this is Survi, right? Survi?
Yeah.
Survi, I really think, it's not fair for people to, I know ma'am is telling, but then she has got a genuine problem, right, Apurva? So I think
what
that
is
makes
requirement?
sense.
Always focus the requirement. Don't focus other things. So
No,
just
I
2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes is fine.
Hold on. Girls, one quick lesson. Always appreciate people in public and criticize them in private. Okay.
Okay.
So
another is Kritika ready.
It applies to both of you, Survi and Sabiha.
Yeah, ma'am, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like it doesn't make sense to people to put people on spot, right, like this. So and I really I agree with Apurva because she has got a genuine problem there. So therefore.
So okay, I think we've had this pandemic for how long? Can somebody tell me how many months this pandemic has been with us now?
More than a year. 1 year, 6 months. 1.5 years almost.
Yeah. The whole world has changed because of pandemic, right?
Yes.
So then why haven't you guys changed? By now, your internet should have been working. Your whatever your environment you require to be sitting in these sessions should have been operational. Whatever your issues with wherever, in 1.5 years, is it too long a time to expect that all of these issues are settled? Look at you. You guys want to be entrepreneurs. You guys are going to be entrepreneurs.
It's like forcefully you guys are making us entrepreneurs.
Neha, I didn't understand what you're saying. Go on. explain?
No, it's like I never had a dream of becoming entrepreneur. It's just that people have said that this session will really make the what you're thinking is it actually will change. So I just attended this workshop. So I'm just hoping that this might change my thing of becoming an entrepreneur because I have something else in my mind. So if that changes, it's good.
Okay, Neha, stop. Stop right there. I don't want to change your views about what you want to do. Okay, I don't want to do that. But here is an example. I was working with Oracle, and when Sun migration happened, how many of you know that Sun migrated to Oracle sometime in early parts of the last decade, right? All of you know. So when Sun migration happened, I was in a process where a lot of changes happened. I was handling the credit at that time. I was managing credit for APAC and UK, and letter of credit came in with Sun because Sun had valuable equipments being sold on credit. So letter of credit is a legal thing. Nobody was able to understand letter of credit in my department. And I literally set up that department. I set up the process for that letter of credit process because I was a CA. I could understand it. I could take that kind of complexity. What it also made me to do was, it was not just about the technicality of letter of credit. It was about making the sales to understand what letter of credit is. I would be awake till 2 a.m. in the morning. I would be getting calls. You know, I went to sleep and suddenly my phone would start ringing. They would be calling me from all parts of Asia, right? So some of them have woken up by 2 a.m. our night time. Some of them have woken up and they are working in Singapore and further down, right? So I would get call at any time. I figured out the entire system, okay, the entire chain from end to end. From when the order comes in till it goes out to the customer and payments come, I figured out every department in Oracle which did that. I became an expert in that. I was literally running my own company inside of Oracle when it came to letter of credit. Any question related to stock keeping, to movement of goods, everything used to come to me. Rajat, can you tell me who takes care of that? And I knew it. Because I needed to learn all that in order to be able to make people believe that letter of credit is not going to harm sales for Oracle. So you don't need to be an entrepreneur out there fending for yourself. Inside of the company, you might still be an entrepreneur. Go with the entrepreneurial spirit. The company doesn't want you because you studied MBA. They don't want you because you have a dream of becoming something big. They will want you if you serve something within that company. They will want you because you are going to make them more profitable. Does that make sense? So are you guys going to be entrepreneurs in whatever way you can be? Yeah? If you guys are going to be entrepreneurs, guys, this is not the time to question. When you are asked to go out and get things, it's not the time for you to question. It's the time for you to act. Imagine my whole business is set up on my laptop today. How would it be if I started panning out of this session? Because my internet is not working. What would you then say? Tell me quickly. Come on. I won't be able to perform, right? Who would want to come to my sessions if I keep going off the camera? And maybe my sound also keeps failing. I don't have that kind of freedom, right, as an entrepreneur, that I allow all these things to happen. Then how do you guys get this freedom? If you're dreaming to be something big, something as big as your dream, what allows you to be so regardless of the fact that all these things are required today, in today's time and in today's circumstances? So are you guys ready to take this challenge? Is the question. And trust me, whatever your dream. So we'll do that exercise, but right now we'll get to this. I told you I'll tell you something, right? Yeah. Tell me what you see. What is this?
Circle.
A circle.
Yeah. Let's
One
call
circle.
it let's call it a brain for some time. Yeah. Now, I don't know how many of you know. Tell me what part of this brain is used for conscious thinking?
Left brain.
The left side.
Left side. Left.
No, what percentage of brain is used for conscious thinking?
5%. 5%.
Yeah. You are close, Surbi.
7%.
Yeah. So it is 5 to 10%. Okay. Of the brain is used consciously. So what happens to the 90%? What is it doing? What is it called? How many of you-
Subconscious mind.
Yes. Yes. Subconscious. Okay. So how many of you knew about this?
Yeah, sometime we are going someplace.
No. Wait, Subi, I know you knew about it. Let me ask others. How many of you knew about this? That
So
only-
partly I knew about it, but not completely, frankly speaking.
Thanks, Saria. Who else wants to share?
I just knew there's left and right side of the brain, and right side is used for something else and left is there. But this is okay. I got it. The percentage I was not sure. I thought 20% or 30, but it's a bit less. Okay.
Yes.
So that's a new thing that I got.
We use a very small part of our brain for conscious thinking. You know. So what happens to the subconscious? And this is not unconscious. Unconscious is when you get drunk and pass out. Okay. This is subconscious. And do you know that the subconscious of your mind is formed fully by the age of 6? The impressions that it has received by the age of 6 becomes locked in, and that is what is causing you to do most of the things you do today. You don't even know why you do it. How many of you just lose your temper when you were least expressive, expecting to lose it? Raise your hands. Or how many of you get scared all of a sudden of something which you don't understand why you get scared of? Yeah, those are all parts of your brain. Now this subconscious was very important in the primitive period because you needed to save yourself from danger. Now there isn't so much danger in our lives, right? But our subconscious is working exactly like that. And what does it do to us? Subconscious is there to warn us. So it keeps warning us. It keeps firing warning messages. And it holds us back. Now, how many of you would want this to work for you today? Thank you. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. How many of you would want this subconscious to work for you? Raise your hands. Good. And how many of you want to know how it works? Because I'm going to tell you a very powerful technique. Good. So this is a very simple but very powerful technique, and athletes use it all the time. So how many of you watch some sporting event or the other? How many of you watch sports? How many of you watched Olympic? Yeah. Now what happens when a player wins? So you were watching the athletics events, right? People running and winning. What happens once they've won? What do they do?
What we did in the beginning of the class, energy.
Yes, they celebrate. Very good. Thank you, Neha. Thanks for that. They celebrate, okay? And when you celebrate, you teach your subconscious there is more celebration coming. And that makes your mind primed to do what? To look for more success, to go for more success, to take more risks. Okay, so that's how subconscious works. So are you guys willing to be winners? Raise your hands. Okay, so are you guys okay if we, through this session, I ask you a lot of questions and I ask you to celebrate a lot? Raise your hands, come on. Okay, are you
So-
ready to celebrate?
So ma'am, just to interrupt a little bit. So I'm a great believer of celebration, but presently since I'm in the airport, I'm not able to celebrate much. But please, when I raise my hand, please accept my celebration.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. So now, guys, all of you, come on, give a high five to your neighbor. Come on, guys, celebration. Come on, give a high five to the neighbor and tell, I'm going to be great. Come on, show your hand towards yourself and say, I'm going to be great.
I'm going to be great.
Great. Yes. Yes, because you are going to be great. Are you? Yes. Awesome. Now, before we move any further, there's one more thing left for you to know. And that is this. What is this?
Mug.
Yeah.
It's a cup.
Yeah. And what do you keep in a cup?
Tea, coffee, anything. Water.
Yeah, it could be tea, it could be coffee, it could be anything, right? Is there a cup of coffee arriving on your table right now? Just see.
No, no.
What happens when the wall of the cup is weak or broken? What happens to the liquid?
It becomes hotter. Something.
The liquid flows out, right? Huh? And when the liquid flows out, can you drink it? Can you have it?
No.
No, you can't, right? So the wisest thing to do is to have a cup with a strong wall before you put any liquid into it. Yeah?
Yes.
So that the liquid stays inside and it stays in the right fashion so that you can use it. Now, if this classroom was a cup, then tell me what would make the wall of this cup as strong as this one to hold in all of us?
Video.
Pardon?
Positivity.
People are not switching on the video. If they'll switch on the video, they'll become the wall of this class.
No. So how many of you love this? How many of you love rules?
Not that.
Nobody. Okay. Now tell me, if you went into your classroom tomorrow and people are just walking in, walking out, people are speaking whenever they want to, people are doing whatever they want to because there are no rules, or for that matter, inside your house, people are saying whatever they feel like and doing whatever they feel like. They're cooking in your bedroom and sleeping with the shoes on your bed. What would that be like?
Horrible.
Yes, it would be a chaos, right? It becomes quite chaotic when we don't have rules. So is it okay if we make a few rules here in this room today so that all of you are in the same, inside this cup and enjoying this session? Because it is a known fact that if the person handling the session doesn't make rules, everybody else makes the rules. And what happens when everybody is making rules?
Again,
The cup breaks.
Yeah. So you don't want chaos, right? So a few rules. One is Some of you are doing, some of you are not. Cameras on. And respect each other. And one last thing. Be on time. Yeah. So I'll give you a short break. Please come back from that break on time. In between the session, you'll get a break. Yeah. All of you ready? All of you okay with these rules?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Guys who are not on camera, put up your digital hands. Okay, now there's one rule that I have not shared and which is the most important rule. It can change your life right now. How many of you want to change your life right now with one single rule?
It's discipline.
Come on, I'm going to tell you. First you raise your hands. Yes, good. So let me share this with you. And I'll share this with you with the help of a story. So tell me who this is. Yeah, who's this? See any resemblance? I'm a really good artist, okay?
Rabbit.
You have told me I'm really good, huh?
Rabbit.
No, it is me actually. Yeah. See the resemblance? How come? I'm really good, I thought. Okay, so this is me. And many years ago when I was doing my CA, something went wrong in my family, in my life, and something seriously wrong. And I could not clear my CA exams for quite some time. And you know what happens when people face with adversities of life? Do you know what happens to them? So they go into something called a
Denial.
Denial.
So I went into denial. I said, it's okay, it's just a passing phase, things will be all right, nothing happened. So I applied the next. So you keep firing new things as you get into adversities. Things kept getting really bad for me. Okay. And then what you do is you start to I started blaming others. Okay. It's because of my circumstances, it's because of the city that I live in, it's because of so many other things. This also did not work. It did not make me make me pass exams. Okay. Does denial and blame help you do anything? No, it only makes it worse, right? So then I went into something called I'm not getting the exact word, but I started to kind of justify. I started to now justify that, the reason why I'm not able to do it now is because of this or because of that. Because maybe CA is not meant for me. That's why I'm not able to pass it. Yeah. Did I start passing exams because of that? No. The only thing it did for me was that it made me very, very sad. Yeah. Not just that. Tell me if you can figure this out, because only one group of people have been able to figure out what this is. What happened to me? What did I become?
The burden.
A puppet. A puppet.
A puppet. Oh yeah.
I became a puppet. Yeah, in the hands of situations that I was denying, in the hands of people I was blaming, because now they were responsible for what happened in my life and not I. Right? And how does that make me powerful? It really weakens me. So I became a puppet. And I became a puppet in the hands of situations that I was justifying. Right? And one fine day, I realized what I was doing. Okay? And I said, and this seriously happened to me. Okay? And I said, none of this. you know. First, I said, I'm going to take what? To take what?
Responsibility.
Yes, you take responsibility of my life. There may be circumstances, but I'm the one responsible for what's happening to me. Okay? That day I stopped being a puppet. And not just that, also that day I became hopeful, not happy yet. Yeah, it took me some time to get things together, to pull my act together. And eventually I did become a CA. And then I also became happy. Yeah. So you think that if that responsibility, taking responsibility can make a difference in your life? Yes or no? If you're saying yes, put up your, show a thumbs up. Yes? Do you think that all successful people in this world take responsibility for whatever happens to them? Raise your thumbs up, please, if you agree. And do you think that if this entire planet, every single person took responsibility for what happens in their lives, that this planet would become like a heaven? Raise your hands. Yes, yes, it would. So are you guys willing to take responsibility for yourself? Are you guys willing to take responsibility for your learning today in this session here, for your transformation today? Yes? Good. So give a high five to your neighbor and say, I'm going to learn. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Big round of applause for yourself. Come on. Come on, guys. Awesome. Okay. So now I told you the first section of our session was going to be, what was it going to be? Come on. Who remembers?
Dream catcher.
Yes. Are you guys? So tell me, do you know the highest fall on Earth? This is the highest fall on Earth. Waterfall.
Water. Fall means water. Water most in the earth. What is the question?
The highest waterfall on Earth.
Is it the Niagara Falls?
Niagara Falls.
Largest. That's the biggest waterfall, not the highest. It's Angel Falls. Okay. Okay. Tell me the most expensive.
Joke Falls.
Okay. Pardon?
Joke Falls.
No. That's not the highest. That's the highest in India. Okay. It's called Angel Falls and it is in Venezuela. Okay. Not a problem if you didn't know. I just wanted to, I'm just asking some random questions. If you can answer, it's okay. If you can't, it's okay. Okay, don't worry. Okay, which is the most expensive car on this planet?
Rolls Royce?
Rolls Royce.
Okay, okay. Who is the richest person on earth?
Warren Buffett.
Okay, and if you were as rich as Warren Buffett, what would you do? What would you do with all that money? Come on.
Go for holiday.
Holiday. How long a holiday?
1 year.
1 year. Okay. After that?
After that, more yeah. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't thought of anything.
Okay. Someone else. Come on. Thanks, Neha.
So ma'am, I think, if if I was the richest person on earth, which I am not. So I'm not sure what they do with so much money. But I feel, as per we have seen, the richest person in the world, they go for self-actualization more than anything else. Because just like Bill Gates,
Thanks,
he
thanks,
found it.
Sabira. Awesome, amazing response. All of you, amazing response. Anybody else wants to speak about a lot of money?
Ma'am, I would probably invest it more.
Invest more. Okay, that's what Warren Buffett does. Okay, I get that. Okay, anybody else?
Maybe I will.
Yes,
Maybe I'll have a strong CSR activity. Just what Melinda Gates is doing.
Awesome, awesome.
And
Thank you.
Ma'am Sudhamurthy is doing. We'll just do something like that. Our country needs it.
Okay, great, great. Okay, now you are the richest person on this planet, okay? Do you know that you're already the richest person on this planet?
Yes, we have life, we can do whatever, we have freedom. So that is the freedom is the most richest thing we have.
Yes, thanks.
And we are healthy and we are safe from the COVID.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Surbi. Anybody else who wants to share?
The smile of my daughter makes me happy.
Awesome. Awesome. All of you guys are, thanks so much for that. All of you guys are the richest person on this planet. Just close your eyes and think that you are the richest person on this planet. And I'll give you 1 minute just to do that. And I'm switching on a music so that it will help you to focus on just being the richest person on this planet. Yes, close your eyes, straighten your back, and just think that you are the richest person on this planet. Don't open your eyes. Keep it closed. Keep your back straight. Don't open your eyes. "30 seconds more." Now, you can open your eyes. What just happened? Who wants to share?
I could not imagine myself a richest because the richest feelings will come for me that if you earn that money and you become feel without doing anything, you only feel it's never come naturally for me.
Thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing that. Who's next? Who else wants to share?
Okay, so I imagined like I'm a rich person, so I bought up some big house in US, and I bought my own private jet and my favorite cars. It was wonderful experience, I believe.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jaswin. Sounds amazing. I hope you'll take me on a ride in your private jet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Who else wants to share? Nobody? Did you guys find it hard to imagine that you're the richest person on earth? How many of you found it hard to imagine that you're rich? You did? Okay. Okay. Thanks so much. You can put down your hands. When you were a kid, all of you were kid once? All of you? No doubt about it? All of you were kids, right? Raise your
Yes,
hand.
ma'am.
If you were. Yes. When you were kids, if I had asked the same question, would you still have doubt when you closed your eyes and thought about it?
No, ma'am.
No. As a kid, you were the richest person on the earth. Because everybody who were around you cared only for you. You didn't care for the world. You were richest back then. Today, you have got conditioned by so many layers of social conditioning. You've been conditioned not to believe in yourself. You've been conditioned to believe that you require something to be the richest person on this planet. All you require is yourself. All you require is yourself, your self-belief. Okay. Now, what I will do is I'm going to share an Excel sheet with you. Now, this is a very powerful Excel sheet, and I have developed it for a course that I have recorded online. I'm sharing this with you, and we will not cover everything in this Excel sheet. We'll cover parts of it. So what you are going to do now is you're going to download this Excel sheet, okay, on your system, because you won't be able to make changes in the one that I'm sharing. Download it, and I will tell you which tab to go to and what to do there. Okay. Yeah. So take 2 minutes, quickly download it on your system, save it as an Excel sheet, and tell me that you're done. Just type done on the chat box once you have this sheet with you. Okay, I can see some people are done. I'll give you another minute. I think that should be enough. Okay, so I guess you guys will be done in another few seconds. So let me ask you a question. Can you guys quickly Google and tell me what is the dictionary meaning of the word dream?
Ma'am, is it dream?
Dream, dictionary meaning of the word dream. Go to Google, search for it, and tell me what is the dictionary meaning of the word dream.
So, ma'am, it's a series of thoughts.
Fantasy.
Series of thoughts, images, and sensation occurring in a person's mind during sleep. So that is the literal meaning of dream. And there are two meanings. Another is a cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal.
Okay, so let's take this meaning. Huh? So what kind of aspirations or ideas are these? These are cherished, right? You really value it. They take the highest order in your personality. They take the highest order. Have you guys realized that your dreams, how much they define you? Have you guys realized? So what you're going to do is the The first page of this passion finder is what you have to fill, but not everything. Just go to the top box where it says childhood, career milestones. Okay. And I want you to fill it with your dreams. Childhood will be real. So you're writing your own story. What was your childhood like? Now, this is made for women who are like, most of them are already married and they have children. But here is what you guys will do if you don't have children, because some of you are just students right now, right? So if you don't have children, why don't you put a date by when you would like to have children? Men, women alike. It would be nice, if you can imagine how you're going to build your life. Something that girls are really denied from thinking. By what age you want children is something they are denied from thinking. The very use of that phrase is going to scandalize people around you. Nothing wrong with it, guys. Your dreams include your personal dreams. So let's do it this way, guys. So just go to the top. Let me share my screen. You're going to write about what your childhood was like. All of you are not children anymore. Is that clear? Do we all agree to that? You guys are not children, right? Yeah, raise your hands if you are. Come on. You are a child, yes. We are always a child. Somewhere deep down, we are always children. So that's also true. Anyway, so how was your childhood like? What were the dreams you saw as a child? How did you really experience your childhood? Was it beautiful? Was it painful? Was it confusing? Was it distractionful? What was it like? Just write that. You don't need to share anything if you don't want to. This is your own personal diary, okay? Write down about your career. If you don't already have a career, write down what you wish to have. Even if you have a career, you can write down what you wish to have in your career. What will be your career milestones? When do you want to start your own business, or when do you want to become a director, a senior director, whatever. I mean, whichever way you want to take your career. When do you want to get married if you're not already married? Or you can say that when you got married, and how was your experience of being married? When you want to have children, if you don't already have, and what are your aspirations from life? Just fill this part, okay? I'm stopping the share so that I can see you guys. Are you guys ready to do this? Okay, it is going to take you at least 5 minutes to do this, okay? So I'm going to play some music. Fill this sheet with a lot of focus, because this is your life story. Either the way you have built it or the way you are going to build it, or both. It's going to be both, right? So at the start, it is about how you started off. The last part is about how you are going to build it. So write this story with a lot of passion. All of you guys with me? All of you guys will do it? Promise?
Yes.
Okay, give me a thumbs up if you promise. Good. So I'll play the music and just go for it. Guys want more time? Raise your hand if you raise your electronic for more than 2 minutes. You guys want more time? Just raise your hand. 1 more minute. How many of you are done? So show of your hand. Done? Okay, some of you are not done. I'll give you another 1 minute. Yeah. All of you guys ready? Okay, so let's see what was it like? What was the experience like? Writing down your own story.
Lot of things that we forgot in between are reclining back,
Awesome.
going back to that memory lane. Little emotional.
Others, who wants to share?
So what happens is, it's like, somebody asks you, what is your favorite song? Or what is your favorite movie? Then you keep on thinking, I have got so many. But when you watch a movie, you are sure that this is your favorite movie. So I just felt like that. When you asked about your aspirations, I suddenly felt, I always feel this is my aspiration, but there are so many, it's difficult, to write one here.
Amazing. I can see you have gone through deep emotional experience here. Some of you. Who else wants to share? Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'll do. I'll put you guys up in breakout rooms. We are total is 30. So I'm assuming 28 of you are there. I will put you each in groups of 2. What you're going to do is you're going to share what you wrote with the other person. Just share it. Because when you share, you make it more real. You make your aspiration more real. How many of you agree with me that when you share, it comes out with more force? Raise your hands. Yeah? All of you don't? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put you in the breakout room and you guys are going to, okay, some people dropped off. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. So, and that leaves you with 22 people. So 22 of you will be in breakout rooms with just 2 each. So that takes 11 breakout rooms. So let me create 11 breakout rooms for you. And you'll automatically get assigned. And I'll try to come to your breakout rooms and see what's going on there. Okay? So just accept the prompt and get into the breakout room and guys accept the prompt. Jasveer, Neha. Mamta JM, are you there? Can you just speak up? Some of you have completed your discussion and come back.
Yes.
Okay, good. We'll wait for others to join. It will take them 45 seconds.
I'll come within 1 minute break, please. I'll come.
Okay, everybody's back. Tell me, how was it? How was the experience? Who wants to share?
So I want to share here, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I saw that I have been paired with Surbhi. that was a great thing. So because in the earlier of the session, we had a small chat. So it was really great to know her. And I really felt that it was fantastic, by knowing each other's aspiration, your childhood, then your career, your dreams, and you see there are so many things that's matching, so it really helps to know a person. So it was a very successful, I think, group activity for me.
Awesome. And thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Sabina. Yes. Who wants to share next? Who wants to go? One more person.
Can I go? I can
Yes,
just say, yeah. The thought was to share your aspiration with someone, obviously whom we know, they know what we want to achieve, and sharing with someone whom we don't know. That was a really big. I can say the milestone you can say for that. But yeah, it was a really nice interaction with Jasveer, I can say. I got to know one thing that I wasn't clear in my mind that how much she is. So that actually I can take as a motivation for me. So because I'm still in the age of learning. So yeah, if I see people, I learn a lot of things. So thank you, Jaspreet, for making my
awesome.
thoughts with something.
So are you guys learning something?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes?
definitely.
Yes.
Then give a high five to your neighbor and say, I'm learning something. Yes. Yes. And what happens when you learn something?
We grow.
Yes. And you
Feel
become a
confident?
winner.
Yeah, we become a winner.
So are you guys becoming a winner? Yes. And what do winners do to anchor their wins?
Celebrate energy.
Yes. So here is the method of celebrating. Put up your hand like this. Yes, very good. I can see that. Okay. Make a fist.
Yes.
And say yes. That's a good one. Awesome. Awesome. Good. You guys are learning something. It's so good to see you guys do that. So
The class should be like this so that we also enjoy. So obviously if the professor is keep on going like then obviously people might go sleep. But you're not doing that. You're making the class interactive much. That's good.
yes. Anybody here who's from my law class, by the way? No.
Me.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it like just be in that law class?
It was very good, ma'am. It was very good, professor. We enjoyed a lot. We all remember you.
Okay.
Even I have discussion with Sundar. Yeah, you remember him, Sundar Rajan?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we used to discuss sometimes about that class.
Okay. Okay. Which batch were you in?
Trimester 4, last one.
Acha, you're in trimester 4. Okay.
Yeah, I
A
took
lot
project.
has changed. Jasveer, a lot has changed. It has changed a lot more now than what it was back then.
We missed that then.
No, you are getting it now. So guys, I try to make learning fun because the only way to learn is through fun. If you're not enjoying something, you're not learning. So this is what I tell my daughter all the time, that, you know, if your class has bored you, then chuck it and watch some YouTube videos, some fun stuff regarding that subject, and you will learn something. Because it doesn't make sense for you to be bored. You don't deserve to be bored even for a second. Okay, so give me a big smile. Come on, guys. Yes, that's more like it. Okay, so you guys did your aspirations, right? Now what I'm going to ask you to do is, so basically people see people live three aspects in their lives, okay? So the aspect number one is your personal. Okay. What is number two? Can somebody tell me?
Professional.
Yes, very good.
Professional.
Yes, that's what it is. And the third one? So you can call it social, or you can call it family. Okay, these are the three aspects that we live. Okay. So you have your family responsibilities, right? If you're not married, then you do things in your house, right? Even if you're not married, you will have certain responsibilities within the house. You have a personal goal that, you know, you want to go across the world. I want to climb the Everest. I also want to do a solo drive on the freeway 44, yeah, which goes from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. So these are my personal aspirations. Okay. Professional aspirations are those which relate to your working gainfully. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, in order to go to the next section, I want you guys to now quickly write down your personal. So pick up just 2 to 3, not more than 3 goals in each of these categories, and sit down and write. I will give you 2 minutes. Is that sufficient? Or if you want a little more time, I'll give you maybe 3 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. So all 3 will get covered in 3 minutes. So again, I'm playing the music, but this time I want to play a different music. Shopping. Yeah. Okay, guys, ready? Done? One more time? Little more time? Okay, I'll give you a few more, 1 more minute.
Madam, may I please ask you a question if you don't mind?
Sure.
Ma'am, were you also a part of the Fun at Work at Oracle?
Everybody is, right?
No, were you an active participant? I think I've seen you there.
No, I was not active. No,
Okay.
I didn't have the time. Initially, I was with the SOX department, so.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved to credit management, so I was never active member of.
Okay.
So you are with Oracle?
I had been.
Okay.
I had been with Oracle University.
Oh. I used to meet the sales people. I knew.
I'm from sales. I am from Arijit Ganguly's team.
Who's?
Arijit Ganguly.
That was a new person. I left in 2014.
No, okay. Okay.
This time there was another Bengali guy only.
Bhaskar.
Huh?
Bhaskar.
I know some Singh Gupta.
Bhaskar Singh Gupta.
Okay, guys, if you're done, would you show me your pen if you're done? No, wave it like this. Okay, great. Okay, so you guys wrote down your aspirations, yeah? Yes? All of you wrote down your aspirations? Okay, so we'll take a break with this. 10 minutes break?
No, thanks, ma'am. Coffee break.
Yes. So you'll be back by 4:10. Deal? Your time was one of the rules, huh?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
10 minutes. cameras, guys. Give me 1 minute, I'll be back. Why don't you start moving your body with the music? Okay, guys. Come on, show me what you have. Welcome back. Come on, guys. Come back on. I like that. Come on, guys. Come back on.
Music is little boring.
Come on, guys. Let me see you all back. Come on, guys. Come on, come back. Okay. Does that help? Okay. I get that. You guys don't mind if I have some coffee along with this session? Okay, so where are the people? I can only see the switched off cameras. Amazing. Show me your faces. Come on. So what are your hobbies, guys? Come on. Tell me your hobbies. Who wants to share? Raise your hands. Okay. How about you, Sana? What is your hobby?
Ma'am, I like reading books. I like walking. I like cooking also, ma'am.
Okay, great. So then you are walking. Do you sleep? No.
No, ma'am. I don't sleep.
Okay. Okay. What are your hobbies? Come on, guys. Who wants to share your hobby? Yes. Tell me. Actually, you have to change your name from iPhone to your name, Sabiha.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Yeah. So my hobby is presently reading. So my hobby has been changing over a period of time. When I was a little kid, my hobby was something else. And I feel amazed the way hobby changes. So presently my hobby is reading. Last pandemic, I took a pledge that I'll be reading at least 40 books. So last year I read 40 books. So
Awesome.
presently my hobby is reading.
Amazing. What was your hobby when you were a kid?
My hobby was to learn martial arts. So I am green belt, but I could not do more than that. So
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks for
thank you,
sharing.
ma'am.
Who else wants to share your hobby?
My hobby is
Travel
watching.
the world.
Sorry.
Two people started speaking. Who was it?
My hobby.
Oh, who's that? Whose kid is that?
Survi, my daughter.
Okay. What is her hobby?
Her hobby is watching TV. Mother, daughter, same
Let her
scenario.
speak. Let your daughter
Come,
speak.
you come. Now she is enjoying. That is like an online class for her. She also wants to come.
What's your hobby?
Say hello. Hello. Say.
What's your
Now
name?
it is. What's the name?
Rishita.
Ishita, what is your hobby?
Say. What is a hobby? Every day you are doing. Wall. What are you doing in the wall?
Most, Ishita.
See the wall painting.
To paint the wall?
Painting. Painting wall.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, say bye and
Awesome.
thank you.
It's a very unique hobby, Ishita. Don't let go of it. Enjoy it. Okay?
Thank
Okay,
you.
now let me talk to your mom. Can I talk to your mom now?
Yeah, you go.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Yeah. Who wants to share the hobby? You want to share, Surbi?
I same hobby, the watching TV.
Watching TV is not a hobby, Surbi. I think you have to.
I watch movie actually. I watch movies, so that is my hobby. Every time, free time watching. Because I used to stay hostel, though we didn't get time to watch movie or TV, so that has become hobby. So I stay hostel most of time my life. So
You might want to revisit your hobby. I think hobbies need to be something where you do something out of it. So let's say you're watching movies, start reviewing it. Start a blog to review the movies you watch.
okay.
Yeah. It's very important that something comes out of your hobby. Who wants to share next? Come on. Thanks, Surbi. Great. Yes. Who's going next? Nobody. How many of you doesn't have a hobby at all? Raise your hands, please. Okay, I get that. Thank you. Who else?
Okay, I'll say then. Nobody is saying.
Yes, Neha.
I love to travel a lot. Every year, I make sure I have 2 plans to visit different cities of India. So first, I will travel the whole India. Then I will travel abroad. So that is my goal as per my personal this thing. And most important thing is I love to ride bikes. It's my you can say what do you say, the pagalpan you can say, but it is there.
So are you a biker already?
No. The family does not support that much with the bike riding. So, but yeah, I know how to ride the bike.
And you are talking about the motorbike, right?
No, any kind of bike. It's not specific to one bike. It's any kind. There are mountain bikes. There are on-road bikes. I love it, everyone. Okay.
Okay. That's a very interesting hobby, and I wish you luck with this hobby, and I hope to read about you on the papers of something you've done with that. Okay, who else wants to share your hobby? Come on. And great share, by the way, Neha. Thank you for sharing. Yes. So guys, this is how life works, okay? Now, life works just like your appraisal curve, yeah, the bell curve, okay? Sometimes it is awesome, okay? Sometimes it's beyond awesome also, but a lot of time it's half of the time it is not awesome. It is less than awesome. And our job is not to just dream of being here. Our job is to experience the entire journey. It is our job, it is our duty as human beings to experience our entire journey, to experience it. You know, we are so used to smileys these days, right? And there's even one of this, I don't know what it means. Can somebody tell me what it means? I don't know. Anyway, there are so many other smileys with tears and this and that. Guys, it's not as if we are always crying when we are sad. It's not as if we are always laughing when we are happy. We have to take these phases. And do you know what you need to go through all of these phases without worrying about how you look, what's going on with you, without worrying about it? You know what you need? You need your roots to be really, really strongly placed under the ground. You need to be standing on a solid turf. You cannot be standing on a ground which is shaky and expect that you will take this journey without any glitches. Trust me, it's going to be the same for 100% of us. It has been the same for 100% of people who have lived. Nobody lives just a sad life or just a happy life. People live a variety of happiness and sadness, good and bad, true and false, all of it comes. How will you ensure that your roots are on the turf? How do you ensure that? While your dreams are up here, you have seen your dream, the reality is also there, right? And you have to take your reality, all of it here. When you do this,
Ma'am,
yes,
I have a question, ma'am.
yeah.
Do emotions define you as a person? Like in psychology, is it like that way, or do they not really define you? Was my question.
What do you think?
I think they do define you because not everyone is. Everyone has different experiences and everyone is different. So I think it does matter.
Sure. Okay. Anybody else who wants to add to that? It's a very good question, Sana. And a good big round of applause for Sana for sharing such a deep question. Yes. And who wants to share your thought about the question? Does emotion define the person that you are?
Emotion is the part of life. So emotion is the part of life. So it's not define somebody personality, but it's a part of life.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. And thanks, Surbhi. And a big round of applause for Surbhi for sharing. Yes. And who else? Who wants to share?
I think yes, because when they are sad, they are not able to enjoy, no matter how good life we are going through. But if we are not feeling well, not feeling good, from inside, we are not able to enjoy. And if we are happy, and even if the situation is neutral, we enjoy the things, we enjoy our work, we enjoy everything.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for that, Jasveer. Big round of applause for Jasveer, please.
So, ma'am, I feel that it is like it's very difficult to like emotions exactly does not define whom you are. There are a lot of in offices, sometimes even if we are not very happy or keen to work, we still have to work. So of course emotions is a part of life. I think it can be more than 50% of our life, but I don't necessarily feel it drives your life.
Sure. Thanks, Sabiha. And a big round of applause for Sabiha. Thanks for sharing that, Sabiha. Okay, so Sana, you heard all these responses. What do you think now? You heard all kinds of responses.
Yeah, ma'am, I think it was fair enough answers. I think each individual has different views on this, so I think it's okay now.
Okay. So I want to share something after I'm done with this. Just remind me, Sana. So yeah. So in order to get your reality here, you will need to have a lot of foothold. Like, if there is a ladder, the ladder has rungs, right? Yeah. The ladder has rungs for what? For you to climb from one to the other, right? If I were to remove some of these rungs, how are you going to climb? You can't, right? Similarly, there are certain things which hold you together on the ground as you take your journey towards your dream. One of them is your hobby. One of them is your friends. Then you have, okay, your family, your environment, where you live. These are all your support system, and you can think of more. Unless you have a very healthy set of these, you will get stuck somewhere, guys. You will get stuck somewhere in this journey. The journey will not be fun enough. Okay. See, I told you about my experience in CA, right? That I had this breakdown for some time. One of my hobbies is teaching. You can see that I'm still teaching. Yeah, it's a very strong, compelling hobby. So when I was not able to do it, whenever I'm not able to do anything, I go teach. So I would join a school and teach. Leave everything, join a school, teach for a few months, and then I would come back all reformed and changed. So your hobbies literally hold you together in tough times. And in good times, it holds you down. Because you will start flying to the cloud, right? In good times, it holds you back. In tough times, it holds you on. Don't live without a hobby, guys. Just now, this moment, I want you to write down one hobby that you're going to pursue continuously for at least 2 years. Come on, quickly.
Ma'am, can we replace hobby with passion?
Passion is something different. Passion is defined in many ways. My work is my passion. My dream is my passion. My family is my passion. Everything is passion. You're talking about something very simple. See, it has to be mundane. It has to be simple in order for you to fall back to it when times are tough. If you read the books written by, what is her name? She's in Bangalore only. A Tamil writer. She's written Monsoon Diaries, and a lot of other books, which are autobiographical books. I'm forgetting her name, but if you read her books, one of her hobbies was cooking. Okay, so every time she faced a failure, she would just shut the doors of her house and start cooking new things. So to your question, Dev, you have to have a hobby that grounds you. That's whole.
Ma'am, why I ask this question? Because at times I do feel that I'm living away from the grassroots that you are talking. What I do is I take out my car and just go alone, solo driving. And I go long distances, very long distances. And do you think that's a hobby or a passion? I get relieved doing this.
It's your relief. I also do that. In fact, I've done many intercity drives alone because I love to do that. I like to drive. That's why I decided that I'll do that freeway 45 all by highway 45 all by myself, because that's a dream. So yeah, you are someone who thinks when you're on the road.
Yeah, you're true.
It's a way to unwind.
As I drive from here to Manipur and all on my own. I feel a little relaxed. Somewhere
So that's your way to express your, to start thinking, to open up, to take risks in order to do that. That's the way you are. And most of us are like that. There are people, we don't talk about them anymore, but there are these religious places, right? The Char Dham and Tirupati and all. People will walk to these religious places from where they're living. Some of them will lie down on the road, they will lie, then stand up, then lie, then stand up, and go all the way to the religious place, 300, 400 kilometers. So these are things that ground you. Back then, we had very few options to ground ourselves because the society used to have a very strong control over our psyche and our mindset. So we could do only things which were socially acceptable. Otherwise, they would take you out of that social system, and society, your neighborhood is important for you in order to grow. So people were really scared of doing that.
Professor, you were talking about the Monsoon Diaries. Is it Shobha Narayan?
Yes, Shobha Narayan. Yes, that's her. So,
and the reality to dream, you say all these 4 points have to be right.
And more.
Why I'm asking this question, ma'am, is because let's just think about a child who had a very disturbed childhood, like myself, or maybe a child who has been brought up in an NGO. Either of the parents is not there. So he misses out that part of the family or the environment. How tough it would be for him to realize.
So there are so many ways to sort this out, okay? And childhood is a very, very, a time when you are completely dependent. And not everyone gets a good childhood, okay? And childhood memories can play havoc on you. I know, because like you were saying, I have seen my own share of very tough childhood. The point is that you always find something. Like I used to have some very good friends. Okay, so you find something. The world is like that. If you're alive and if you're speaking, then you have something holding you back. Otherwise, you would not be living. There are worse lives out there. People don't survive their childhood. In fact, I have worked with an NGO, and I read about, for the first time in my life, I read about the fact that girl child, first of all, they commit female feticide, okay? Number two, they kill them the moment they are born. You just have to give them some salt. That's how easy it is to kill a child, kill a newborn baby. Number three, they just don't feed them enough, so they die by the age of 12. So guys, if we are alive and we have achieved 18 years of age and we are on our own and we are able to interact with people, no matter how tough our life would have been, we were given enough parachutes in the life to be able to survive. And don't you think it is also our responsibility to make sure that whatever we got, we make the best of it? How many of you believe me in this? Come on, raise your hands. What about you, Dave? Yes. So
I too, ma'am.
see, we do get our hell. We choose our hell too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yes.
So don't worry about what you got. It's how you made it your own life. Yeah. Don't worry about what you got. Everybody got their own hell.
So my question, I have one question. So environment we cannot change. If my neighbor, something she doesn't like, I cannot change her mindset. Only the thing we can avoid, but I cannot change my neighbor. So how I change the environment nearby, the people think if I were jeans, so that is my wish, but the neighbor has own comments. They come with their own logic, so we cannot explain them.
See, Subi, we all get the same neighborhood. We all get the same people to work with. In fact, every time I have faced challenge at workplace, I have believed in the fact that if I were to go to any other workplace, I'm going to find the same people. Just the names will be different. Even the percentage of good and bad is the same in every. So if you put 10 people in, randomly select 10 people, they will be exactly like the 10 people that are right now near you. That's how the society works. Okay. Now, what you can do is, guys. So, are you with me in saying that it's not what comes to you; it's how you give, what you give back. So, let's say, Surbi, your neighbor, you have a problem with a neighbor. Okay. Now, there is one very famous corporate, very respected, not famous. He's not very well known. In fact, I'm forgetting his name right now, but I read his book. And he says that if you are facing a challenge, see, one thing is clear, that if you are not part of a solution, you're part of a problem. Okay. Now, he says that if you are in your company, if you don't go as the owner of the company and look at problems as something that can be solved, then you are never going to be able to really survive in the system. So it's the same thing, Surbi, with your neighborhood. You have to sort it out. It doesn't matter how. Like, for example, I also have certain, so after I had dogs for the first time in my life, I realized that I will have neighbors who will not like me. Just like that. You know, that not like and like is so obvious. It's like black and white when you have dogs at home. If you don't have these pets at home, then all neighbors, either they don't care or they like you. Okay. But if you have pets at home, then there are neighbors who also dislike you. Okay. Now, for the first time in my life, I realized that there are neighbors I will have to keep a distance from. Because first of all, I can't change them, right?
Yes.
See, I ought to respect them. If I don't respect them, that's a weakness that I have and I have to deal with. I ought to respect them because, I mean, by whatever way they became my neighbor for some reason, right?
Yes, yeah. Sometimes what we feel, we cannot avoid them. Some close relative or we cannot avoid them. We cannot digest whatever they say. So that is the main problem I used to face.
Love them as people.
Okay.
First of all, love them. Accept them the way they are. At least in your mind, they are not your enemies. In their minds, who cares? Right?
Okay. That's it.
I do it in a lot of relationships, you know, because as women, I don't know so much about the relationships that men face, babe, but I know that women, at least, they have some very complicated relationships when it comes to the marital relationships. And I learned one thing. They are your family, you have to love them. Just love them. Okay? Whatever way they come to you, love them, and eventually there will only be love left because you are not giving back anything else.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, give it a try. Okay, we have digressed a lot. So guys, this is very serious. If you guys don't have a hobby today, choose one, stick to it for 2 years at least. Don't make it into a fad that, you know, today I like to watch this thing or tomorrow I like to do that thing. To a hobby completely and experience it. It can be painting, drawing, reading, writing, all of it. Because your hobbies connect you to the world. One of my hobbies is solving Sudoku. And I connected with one person just because of that. So, love your hobbies. Okay, love them. Like, you know, if I'm in company of people and you put a Sudoku in front of me, I don't care. If those people are not somebody I need to care about, I don't care. Because I have my Sudoku now. Right? So I don't have to care about anything else. Okay, so now if you guys want to note this down, you can note it down. Take a pic of it. Done? Okay. We'll give you a few seconds. Just make a quick note. Always have a hobby. Always have 3 friends. Okay. And always love your family. Always love your family. Doesn't matter how things are now, but the family will get over it if you give it that support. Okay. And also I want to say, because you guys are going to see, you're going to be an entrepreneur or an executive, but you will have a lot of responsibilities in your hand. Okay. One of the things I want to tell you is that sometimes relationships are very tough. You know, you may have a love marriage and then the marriage may not work. If there was love at one point of time in marriage, maybe you can figure it out. Maybe you can figure it out.
What is the question again? Sorry, I missed it.
I'm saying always love your family. Yeah. Always have at least 3 close friends and always have a hobby. Yeah. And choose your environment, where you work, where you live, who you communicate with, because there will be a bigger environment in which you live, right? Now, there are times when families become a very tough thing to carry. In those times, remember that divorce is a solution, but a lot of time it's also a problem. So guys, understand this.
Yeah, I agree this point.
Find the reasons first before doing anything with that. Find your reasons first. What's going on? Okay. Very important things for girls who are now becoming very, very independent. Okay. Very independent in a system that holds you back. Not easy. It's not been easy for me. It won't be easy for you. Okay. So choose your partner. If you're not already married, choose your partner carefully. If you're already married, figure it out. Okay. But try to.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
I think before looking at anything in whether it's marriage or divorce, I think you should look at the pros and cons of it, and then you should decide to take a decision, whatever it is.
Sana, thanks for sharing that. Thank you very much, actually, because that's how sensible people would take decisions. But I don't know. I mean, those emotional circumstances, what it does to people. They're all good people. But if
Sometimes people, the upbringings sometimes different. Those two people come different family. There are some cultural issue, the upbringing.
see, all of these are only our interjections. We don't know what happens there. Yeah. So I would request you to start seeing other people's views also. I would say that sometimes it's not about anybody, it's about a situation. I don't want to get into this. This is not a divorce program, okay? Divorce or marriage. We're talking about what? We're talking about problem busting. One of the problems you will have in your life is your marriage. And it's going to be tough for you to handle. Trust me. What I'm telling you, and that applies, I'm sure, to you also, Dave, right? So what you need to do at that time is to know that you need to love your family in order to get to your dreams. And we don't know what will be your circumstances. We don't know whether it is really required that you take some drastic decisions. We don't know that. I'm not going to tell you don't take those drastic decisions if they are the only ones that can save you. All I'm saying is understand that these are your basics. So if you are going to uproot yourself from a marriage, understand that it is going to have an impact on you so much that it will impact your career also. Understand this. Select your partner well, love your partner a lot while you are still in love, okay? Leave very good memories behind because you guys will hate each other some point of time or the other. Yeah. So prepare for that, write many love letters, whatever it takes to ground this relationship on solid ground. Because when the fights start, and it always starts in every marriage, at least you have these grounds holding you back to it. And your career is not getting affected because of that. Does that make sense? How many of you are with me in this? So guys,
Yes, ma'am.
Choose your partner very sensibly. Choose when you want to be a mother, but don't delay too much. All these things come in your way because our body, our biology is such that it tells us, okay, now you're ready for this. Go for it. Don't fight that. Don't fight nature. There's one story that I really love. There was this professor, a very, very distinguished professor, who says that he's a Swedish. Okay, so in Sweden, women's rights are the highest in the world. So if you consider women's rights across the world, it's very poor across the globe. In Sweden, at least it is a little better. Okay. So there was this professor, he and his wife both were professors, and they had a kid. So they agreed that first year, the wife would take a break from work. The second year, he would take the break from work to be with the child. Okay. So the first year got over and the wife said, okay, now second year is starting, you take break from work so that I can go back to work. He said no. No, he didn't say no, but he was about to get a promotion. So now he started to bargain with her that, my career, this, that. So because it was Norway, the wife said, okay, don't take a break. I'm leaving you and I'm taking the child with me. So this guy had no other choice. He left his job for 1 year to be with the child. His friend said that you're an idiot. You're committing a suicide, professional suicide. Your career is going to go down in drain. He said 20 years later, I met the same person. And I asked him, have you been featured in the cover of the Time magazine? I have. Your career doesn't go for a toss just because you took a few days off for your family. It skyrockets because you took that 1 year off. Do you know that? It skyrockets because you took a back step for people you love. If you have enough love in your life, nothing can stop you from getting where you want to get. Make sure that people you love know what you want to get. Tell them, this is my dream. You have to support me. I expect this support from you. Tell them, even if they will not believe you the first time, tell them 100 times. They're there, right? They're in your house. I have anything that I say here, I've tried it in my life. Okay? So it works. Eventually, people, if they love you, they are going to understand what matters to you most. What brings you closer to them more. Okay? So this is one aspect of, what did we call this section? Can somebody tell me? Yeah?
So
Doubt
it's
killer.
family.
Doubt killer. This section was called doubt killer. Okay?
Doubt killer.
Yeah. So we have, what we are going to do now is quickly go into the dictionary, Google dictionary, and tell me what is the meaning of the word doubt.
So it is a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction.
Okay? Uncertainty or lack of conviction. Very good. Can you guys read this? You can read my board, right? Okay. Now you have written your dreams, right? Personal, professional, and family goals. Go look into it and try to figure out that which ones suffer from any of these and what are those. So you will say there is a doubt and what that doubt is. Got it? Understood? What are you going to do? Tell me. Quickly. Who's going to share? What do you have to do?
We have to make sure, we have to go through our personal, professional, and social family goals, and we have to see where it lands, whether it's because of the uncertainty or the lack of conviction.
No, if you have a doubt, let's say you have a doubt, you want to be, let's say you want to be the CEO of
Any company.
Google.
Okay.
No, any company. Okay. Here we don't talk about any. Guys, first of all, listen, you guys are in my session. None of you talk small, talk big. Okay. When I say CEO, it's Elon Musk, it's Larry Page. Okay, don't go down, please. If you dream for the stars, you will at least land up on the roof. Okay. Or you can even land up in the stars. But if you did not dream for the stars, you will land up nowhere. Okay? Yeah. So you want to be the CEO of Google, let's say. Yeah. Now you have a concern that your language is not good enough that you can work in America. Okay. I mean, I'm just giving an example. In your case, it doesn't apply. Okay. But I'm just giving an example. Put that down. That these are the reasons why I can't become the CEO of Google. Let's say your dream is to drive a Audi, yeah, or Rolls Royce. Now write down what are the reasons you might not be able to drive a Rolls Royce. You can say, I don't know how to drive. You can say, I don't have money to buy it, and I don't think I can ever make that money. Write that down. Okay. And those of you who I cannot see, are you guys participating? Guys? I have Geeta, Rakhi, Mamta, Tejaswini, Bhumita, Jasveer, Anusha, Anita, Manasa.
Yes, ma'am.
Parimala, Priyanka. Okay, thanks, Anusha.
Yes,
Was
ma'am.
it Anusha or Sabiha who said yes? Sabiha, I know you are participating. You are
No,
not.
it was me, ma'am. Anusha.
Okay, thanks, Anusha. Shweta T. Are you guys participating?
Yes, Professor.
Thanks, Jasveer. And I would really appreciate if you can come on camera, because that way I get to know what's going on your face. And that
Actually, yeah, I've been on video, but I have some network issues, so that's why I just turned off the video.
okay, get that. You will go through each one of them one by one, and you will write down just one thing, one challenge that is stopping you from, that could stop you from achieving it. Two more minutes. Pranita, you're done. Okay, are you done? Are you guys done? Sure. Okay, we'll look into it in a bit. Is it okay if I drag this session half an hour more? It's going to end at 6. I might take it to 6:30. Is that okay? Quickly. Yeah. Pranita, what happened? You have concerns?
I can't sit for long.
You can stay. Okay. Thank you. Others, please raise your hand if it is okay, if we can go till 6:30. Thank you. Thank you. All of you are okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I want to, before we take this thing that you have written further, I want to share something with you which is very compelling, which everybody should know. And you guys have to make a promise when you see this. that you are going to share this with others, that you're going to let others know about it, because knowledge is power. Do you agree with me on that? So here is something that I want to share, which is the truth. Nobody tells you. And because nobody knows it, they're not able to do anything about it. Okay? Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen in a bit. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So people ask me why I work with women. And I want to tell you why. So this is the status of women in the world today. And these are data from the United Nations. Okay, so 50% of the world population are women, and only 48% of women are gainfully employed. So that means 1/4 of the world is not gainfully employed. Okay, as simple as that, right? Because half of the women are gainfully employed. So that means that about 1.5 billion people are not gainfully employed. And why being gainfully employed is important? Do you know that? Because this is one question that women struggle with a lot, that why should I be gainfully employed? I mean, once you have kids, then your focus changes about career. You want to give the best of time to the kid, because that love that you give to the kid is going to make the child something big, something enormously special and successful. So why do we have to be gainfully employed? Because when women are not gainfully employed, they are mistreated. They don't get the power to live their own life freely, and a lot of time they're left alone to fend for their and their children's lives without enough knowledge or qualification to find a good job. And I'm talking about at least 70% of women in this world. Okay. Now, McKinsey solved this problem of why should we employ women? It went and did a research recently, and it said that, do you know what McKinsey is? It's a consulting firm, the world's best consulting firm. Give me a second, I need to take this call. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. So McKinsey said that if all the women in the world were to be gainfully employed, then the world's economy would grow by 28 trillion by 2025. 28 trillion is the combined total GDP of US, Canada, and Mexico taken together. Okay. Now they said that let's not be very ambitious. Let's look at the social structures of different regions. Let's say that women of every region, so they divided the world into various regions like Asia, the Americas, and they said, okay, even if with the regional constraints, if we were to empower all the women across the globe, the world economy would grow by 12 trillion by 2025. India's growth would be 1 trillion. By conservative standards, India could grow by 1 trillion. And you know that Narendra Modi has set the target for a 2025 GDP of 5 trillion, right? 1 trillion can be achieved just by empowering. Okay. Now, look at the Forbes billionaires list and look at it very carefully because I want you guys to be there in that number. Yeah. So there are 328 women billionaires in the world in 2020, which was 27% higher than the number of billionaires in 2019. That's good news, but the total number of billionaires is 2,755. In that, 328 is hardly a number, and women can do much better. We can be billionaires. Can you be billionaires? Come on, raise your hands if you can. Come on. Can you be a billionaire? Yes, you can be a billionaire. And I want you to see all of you guys there. Okay. Yeah. Now, here are some hard facts. As per the UN survey, 1 in every 3 women suffer domestic violence the world over. And I'm saying the world over. It is regardless of the nationality, ethnicity, culture, whichever way you look at it. 1/3 of women in this world suffer domestic violence in the hands of their own husbands, fathers, sons, brothers. Okay. And so if there are 3 women having coffee together, you know what to expect. One of them at least is suffering domestic violence. You know what number it amounts to? So half of the world is women. Let's say 6 billion just for the sake of being able to calculate better. 6 billion people in the world, right? 3 billion are women. 1/3 of 3 billion is 1 billion. 1 billion women are facing domestic violence today. That's the truth. That is UN data, guys. Nobody tells us about this. At least 60 million women are missing just from India and China. In fact, the number is 35 million in China, 30 million in India. Okay, and China's population is double of India's. Okay, so going by that, it's a larger number for India. These women have been killed by their own family members in honor killing, in female, infanticide, in killing women because they gave birth to girls. There's no detail of them. They're just gone missing. Violence against women within the 4 walls of the house is not even considered a violence in most countries, including our country, guys. Something that needs to be addressed by an entrepreneur like you. Something that needs to be sorted out. Something that needs to be changed. Now, CEDAW is a treaty by the UN. It was written in the year 1979, India signed this treaty in the year 1980. Okay, it's called the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Okay, and you know, when America signed this treaty, they never signed it. They don't believe in female women working outside their homes. They don't. Girls, understand that you are living in a very in a world which is equally polarized against women across the globe. Okay, and guys also. So we have one guy here, and I'm glad you are here. Where is he? We have Dev. So Dev, I want you to see this because you also don't know this, and that's why you don't realize what's happening around you. Okay, so now America never signed it, and because of that, most countries find it hard to implement it because the one country which has the most muscle power is not even supporting it. Okay, now women support groups across the world are asking for equality for women and winning small battles. I'm sure you guys don't find your life so difficult, right? We have won small battles, okay, and even some big ones, but it's a long way to go. And what, you know what, why I share this? You know why I share this? Because if you know, knowledge is power. If you know this, you can do something about it. If you don't know it, so Dev, for you, I want to say that most people, it is a proven fact that most people who don't suffer a discrimination will never know it exists. Okay, so if I go and ask a man, there is discrimination against women, he'll say, it used to exist, it is not there anymore. So the research shows that it's the same with any circumstance. So let's say, I will give you an example. I lived in US for some time and I was a minority there, right? And I know what it is to be a minority in a big population. But if I were to ask you guys, do you know that there's a difference in people who are in minority? You will not be able to figure it out. You don't think there is a difference because you don't face it. It is the truth. But tell me something, if you knew this, now that you know this, how does it impact your actions? Now you'll be more careful about minorities, right? How you handle them. Similarly, you need to know this. So Dev, do I have you here in the session? Okay, he's not responding. Okay, no problem. So what do you think, guys?
Like you said, few men doesn't even realize that there is discrimination or any sort of unknowingly whatever they might be landing into the environment. So how to make them know that there is something out there like that? Or yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So how do you like tell them in a right way that to know that there are such things which exist in maybe women face a day to day, every day, maybe in some sort of situation, how to make them realize or even tell them.
Thanks, Pranita, for asking this. Don't go out and tell them right now. First, you become aware of what's happening. What cause do you want to stand up for? At least be aware there is something like this happening. So that when people, so a lot of time, especially people in my generation, we've been blamed for things we never did. We've been made to feel guilty for things we should not be guilty for. We just didn't know. We thought it was our duty to feel guilty for those things. It was our duty to feel bad about things that we didn't even need to do, and we didn't do. At least if you know that that's not how this world works, you will take the right decisions for yourself, no? Don't you think so?
But we are not the part of minority, na? We are not part of that because those people are doing MBA, executing MBA. They actually supporting family, supporting surroundings. Sometimes the family especially supportive. They are financially they are good. So that's why they are joining. So people don't realize that surroundings happen. Even if happen, we generally not go to interfere because end of the day it come back like a boomerang to us. So we don't want to go the place where we actually suffer. Later, we used to suffer. If I'll go and help that person, I'll suffer.
Thanks for that. So here's the thing. If even one of you today goes out and does something about it, then this sharing of mine for 10 minutes has made a difference. And that's all I'm looking for. And some of you will do that. I know that. Because that's how the world works. You will see the value in it. And there are courses on Coursera where you will learn a lot more about these things if you are interested in. I'm not interested in you learning anything about it. I'm just interested in you knowing you have got rights, guys. Nobody gets to make you feel bad about yourself. Nobody. If you don't feel like doing something, it's not that you are a bad girl. It's just that you don't feel like doing that thing. Speak up for yourself, guys. You guys are not burdens. You guys are independent. And you guys are definitely not wrong in whatever choices you make. Okay? Does that make sense? And I want you guys to involve the men in your lives. Because you know, the men in your lives are going to be the ones who are going to drive it. They don't know that you suffer these pains. They don't know that when you go out in the world, you get paid less than men. At every level. They don't know that when you try to put your foot down about something, people brand you instead of considering your ideas. They don't know. They just don't know. If they knew, they would not do. Because most men, guys, are very good people.
Yeah.
They don't know. They think it's okay to judge women. That's all. So let's now just change this subject. It's very serious. I need you guys to know, because if you guys are going to go out there and make a difference, you better know what ground you're standing on. And where does it shake, right? Where does the shoe bite? You need to know, right?
Yeah. So sometimes the man and the office, actually IT industry, the man and woman, they're equally treated. Even sometimes the managers equal treated. When they scold also, they scold in front of 10 people. Then the woman has one, then she start crying. For my case, if somebody scold me in front of 10 people, I got upset. But the man, they don't. If they upset, they don't so. So sometimes the manager has to remember that she's a woman. I don't want to. So the other time you go and fighting, give me the same opportunity, same thing. Then that time also the manager told that day you told I am a woman. This time you are telling that I got this designation. So this scenario sometimes happened. So you are a woman, define your time situation. You are telling I am a woman. So
you have to sort this out for yourself. Yeah. I don't have an answer for your life. You have an answer for your life.
Sometimes we behave like a woman, emotional. You behave.
You is just ask yourself, whenever you make a judgment, ask yourself, are you just being or is there any fact in it?
Sometimes I am judgmental. Sometimes some scenario.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop you here. Okay, no more conversation discussion on this topic. Let's get back to your goals. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Survi, for sharing your views. We're going to stop this here. Yeah, because this is a very big topic. If we start discussing,
Okay.
the will go, and you guys have some, social commitments to complete after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Survi, you can also reach out to me anytime if you want to, if you really have a question on this aspect. Okay.
Okay.
So guys, look at your goals and what you wrote as your challenges. Yeah. Now, so what did we say? What did we call this section? The doubt killer, right? So now you have written down your doubts, right? Would somebody like to share what doubts you have written against your goals? Yes. Ruth, you wanted to share? Neha is like, I want to do it. I want to do it. Okay. Okay, who wants to share? Come on.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to share.
Go ahead.
I've written that I would want to be a director, but then I feel the uncertainty is that I wouldn't have the required experience, or maybe I don't look like a director.
Does she look like a director? Okay, the question is, what do directors look like? By the way, let me tell you, you look like a director. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I've seen many women directors, so I can tell you that you look like a director. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, tell me what is it that looks like a director? I mean, I've seen all kinds of directors. Okay, I don't think the look is something. I'm sure it's something more deeper than just looks that you're talking about.
No, I feel that first of all, there's no required experience. Probably
So the question is,
where I feel uncertainty.
by when do you want to become a director?
Maybe by the next 5 years.
Okay. 5 years is a long time. How long have you been working?
Last 15 years I've been working.
Okay, so 15 years you have worked, and in next 5 years, you want to be a director. Okay. So why do you want to take 5 years? Since you're working for 15 years, are you a senior manager now?
No, I'm not.
So what is your designation?
I've had career breaks because of.
That's okay. So tell me, what is your designation right now?
Right now, I'm SME, subject matter expert.
Okay.
That's like level 3.
I get that. Yes. So in order to become a director, you have to change your department first, right?
Yes.
So if you were to change your department, have you chosen the department where you want to move?
No.
No? Okay. So choose. So the first thing you have to do is choose the department. It has to be a line level department, right? Can you be a director in your own department, being a SME?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what does it take to be a director in your department?
I would need to move to the next level, which would be assistant manager.
Okay. You have to be an AM. And what does that take? To be an assistant manager, what do you need to be? What do you need to do?
Probably I need to give in more ideas and showcase myself. What I can contribute to the company, or what more value can I add?
Have you showcased yourself to yourself? Are you convinced you're doing it?
No, I haven't.
Right.
No, Professor, I haven't showcased, or I haven't.
Why? So the question is, why are you not doing it? Reason, there must be a reason, right? You already know what it takes to become a assistant manager, right? You're not doing it, so there must be a reason. Tell me what it is.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert, or
Okay. What else? What is the other reason?
for me, socializing is very difficult. That's one thing that
Okay. What else?
That's it. I think those are the two main.
Guys, tell me, has anyone had a introvert manager? Has anybody seen introvert managers? I'm sure you have.
Yes, we have. They generally don't speak, but they are good at their job. Actually, every manager, not a delivery manager I saw, they just come and they do job and go off their home. But when required, they'll speak sometimes.
So first of all, I want you to do a Google search on powerful people who are introverts.
So recently, I read one. I was reading this.
Sundar
Organizational behavior, and I was reading this book, Organizational Behavior, and I read about Dhoni, who was also an introvert. So I'm just trying to get some information.
How did it make you feel?
I felt very nice. It made me feel really nice.
Okay. Now, what introverts do, you know? Write mails in order to showcase themselves. Can you write mails?
Sorry?
Can you write mails?
Yes, I can.
So showcase yourself. If you have achieved something big in your role, write to your manager and say that this is what I achieved and I feel really proud of myself for having done, or proud of the entire team who supported me in doing this. And I'm really inspired by what has happened and I want to contribute more. Let me know how else I can help. Can you do that?
Yes.
All of a sudden, just one single mail, Ruth, will change your image in front of your entire department. And if you write a series of such mails, people will know that Ruth means business. So will you end up showcasing yourself? Yes. And as an SME, you don't even need to be an extrovert. Extroverts cause a lot of trouble in the SME role. They're a big, what to say, liability in the SME world. First of all, you don't need to be an extrovert in order to become a manager, because introverts are much better. In fact, I'll give you an example of my own daughter. Every time we go for her first PTM every year, the teacher will say, she keeps quiet. Okay. She speaks very softly. Okay. And I tell the teacher, she's very observant. And she learns She knows everybody in the class. She knows exactly who does what and why. To the extent that in standard 1, she had a very tough teacher, and that teacher used to love her. Okay, that this girl is so nice, this, that. But she was very, very cautious with that teacher. She once told me, I told her, why don't you go ask your teacher? She said, no, she's not that kind. I can't talk to her like that. Okay, so I said, she's very observant. Now, second PTM, so there will be always 2 PTMs. And second PTM, teachers will say, she's quiet, but there's no problem. She's very, very attentive in the class. She's quiet, but there is no problem because she does all her work and she understands everything in the class. That is why she doesn't talk, she doesn't ask doubts, because she understands everything. It has happened every single year, guys, for 5 years. Of course, standard 6, she ended up being at home, and now standard 7 also she's doing at home. So again, we got the same. So standard 7, her school again came up with this PDM idea. Again, the same thing happened. We sat on this in this Zoom meeting with the teachers. Teacher said she's very quiet. She's introvert. I said, ma'am, she's not introvert. She is quiet. Okay, and there is a difference. I didn't say that, okay? I just said she's not introvert, she's quiet. And the teacher is like, yeah, ma'am, she understands everything. She's such a good student. She's really good with the subject. I said, yeah, that's all we need. Okay, so Ruth, I want to tell you that I'm bringing up a observant, silent, cautious child in my own home. And I don't see anything wrong with her. And no teacher can prove to me that there is anything that needs to be corrected in her. The entire world can't persuade me to make any change in my daughter just because she's observant, caring, and quiet. So change your adjective, Ruth. You're observant, caring, and quiet person. And that is the kind of person that I would want as a manager. If there was a person leading me, then it would be you. Someone who's silent, doesn't want to show off a lot, gives everybody an opportunity, and can lead everybody to success. So did you guys see what happened to Ruth just now? So Ruth, how do you feel now about becoming a director?
I feel good. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to work on it.
You're having a transformational moment. Just take a deep breath. Come on, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 3. Breathe out. Come on. Okay, guys. So now this is what you guys are going to do in the breakout room. Each of you will be with one more person. You will share. So it will start with person A will share one difficulty. Person B is going to figure out with that person A that how you will basically break it into small points. Yeah, that this is the reason why you think that. And then the person A will himself or herself figure out how this can be sorted. Okay, so you will give that person a few seconds to figure out how these things can be sorted. So like, I have to share more ideas. So how can you share more ideas? Yeah, how can you showcase? I don't expect you to be perfect. The point is, we are going to create a little bit of doubt in your minds about your doubts. Yeah? Okay? Makes sense? Is it going to work for y'all? Come on. Raise your hands if it is. Are you guys learning something? Yes, so give a high five to your neighbor and say, I'm learning something. Good. So I'm putting you in the breakout room. Now, one point, once person A has discussed, then we'll move to person B. Same thing will happen. If you still have time left, go to the next point. Okay, just keep going from one point to the other till I call you back into the main room. Yeah? Ready? So show me some energy. Come on. Surbi, I like that. Okay. Okay, so here you go. Yeah, so if somebody is alone in the room, then please come back to the main room. If somebody is 3 people, then one of you can come out and I will find you and I will place you in another room. Or even if you're alone in the room, just be there. I will put someone in your room or I'll put you in another room. Okay? Okay, accept the prompt. Anusha, Mamta, Anita, Rakhi, Manasa, Priyanka. Are you guys joining your breakout rooms?
I'm out right now actually, so that is why I did not now.
Pardon?
I was out actually, like I have come out for some work, so that is why I did not now.
Oh, okay. So now you are participating or not?
I'm not now, no.
Give it some more time. The guys will be back in the main room in a bit. Half a minute.
How you're doing this break session? So do you have some Zoom, some facilities there?
Zoom has a facility for breakout rooms.
Where, ma'am?
If you're not a host, you will not see it.
Okay,
If
okay.
you started as a host, you will see breakout room as one of the options.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Massive loss in transit. A lot of people just disappeared from the session. Apparently, they had not planned for this kind of a session. They were hoping that they will just listen in and enjoy. You know, one of the workshops that I was doing, there was one participant and she said, I made you dance, right? So she said, I don't like all this dancing and all. Okay. So I said, what if I came here and just stood here like a corpse? She said, but it's your job to entertain us, right? Okay. So if you guys are here with that thought, it's not what it is. It's about you, not me. Yeah. Okay, so what we are going to do is, how was the exercise first of all? Who wants to share? Who would like to share?
I don't know, it was more time or less time, but Jasveer was just talking and suddenly the breakout room was disconnected.
Hey, did you make any sense out of it? Whatever discussions you had?
Yeah.
To figure out, ma'am, until then we were back to the main.
Okay. Here is one thing that I want you to understand. I saw that some people were also sharing their opinions. Remember, never share your opinion with someone who has come with a problem, because it's not your problem, it's that person's problem. Yeah? Ask them questions. Ask them questions. Ask them more questions. Ask till they have answered their question themselves. Yeah? You noticed that whenever you guys ask me a question, I ask more questions. Like Sana asked me a question. What did I do? I asked back that question, not because I can't answer it, because your life's questions you will answer. I'm here to guide you into that zone where you will answer your questions. Don't you think that's a good thing?
Yes.
Yes? That's exactly what.
Sometimes we want the experienced people point of view. That time we cannot ask ourselves, because sometimes we are doubtful that we are going to the.
Yes, so see, you always want experienced people to answer. We all do. I also want experienced people to answer. But their experience is their experience.
Okay.
They are not, their experiences are not relevant for you. Your life's experiences, your life, your dreams, your desires, your aspirations have to be special, because you are unique. Aren't you unique, Survi?
But sometimes we got better idea. Yeah, yes. Okay, I believe that I am good for it. Yeah.
If you were to answer this question all over again for yourself, you are going to create something special in this universe. If an experienced person was to give her answer to you, she's going to just give you what she's already created. I mean, just because there are so many children in the world, do women stop producing more children? No. We still have our own babies, right?
Yes, yes.
And does the baby, when born, ask any other baby, what is your experience of being a baby? It just goes out. Okay, fire, let me touch and check. Okay, what is this? Let me eat it. Oh, this doesn't taste good. Whatever it was, okay, I don't want to tell you. Yeah.
This is laughing.
Do that, guys, just like a baby. whenever you feel confused about what to do in your life, you can laugh. Neha, you don't have to hide your laugh behind a book. Okay. So whenever you feel confused what to do, look at a baby and go eat whatever comes in your way. That's how the babies learn, right? They eat everything. Okay. So there was one time when I had founded a magazine and I wanted that magazine to be a print because children's work had been contributed and added to it. So people asked me, why print? Why don't just put it as a e-magazine? I said, no, but children experience their life by tasting things. They will probably chew up the magazine and feel good that their work is there in the magazine. Okay, so use all your senses, guys. God gave these senses to you to use, not to sit and think, okay, what did that person tell me about using this? My eyes should not. Gandhi ji gave you these 3 monkeys, right? Bura mat dekho, bura mat suno, bura mat bolo. I am telling you, jo karna hai karo. Make sure you are getting closer to your goal. Make sure your life is worthwhile. Make sure whatever you're doing leads to better life for you and for people around you, and if possible for the entire world. Make sure of that. Okay. And how is it possible, bura mat dekho? If you don't see bura, how are you going to fix it? Bura mat suno. I mean, my ears can't be closed like my eyes. Excuse me. The sound comes from outside. But yes, don't switch on the TV to watch Gangs of Washipur. That you can do. Yeah. That you can do. And Bura mat bolo. Okay. So there was this very nice joke in Reader's Digest. Two electricity board workers were working. One was standing on the pole up there. There was another guy down there helping him, and he was using expletives. He was shouting at that other guy on top of the pole in bad, foul language. You can imagine what the workers do, what kind of foul language the worker must be using. This is not in India, in the US. In India, it is like, okay, pura mat suno, you will just pass off. Now, this one citizen of one very self-respecting citizen of that town passed them, and they complained to the electricity board that at this time in this pole, this person was shouting expletives to his colleague. So there was a memo given to this guy. Why were you using bad words, foul words on the road? He said, you know what? The guy on the top dropped a wrench on my head. So I was just telling him, don't do that again. So something fell on his head from that height. Imagine what would have happened. His head was like aching and he was angry about that. I think you guys didn't get the joke.
We get it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to call the spade a spade. Don't be scared of calling the spade a spade. Otherwise, the spade will come to you and say, I'm the king. Okay. So I don't know how these monkeys work, but we certainly are not monkeys. We are humans. And we have a lot more than just Bura. We have to fix the terrible things that are happening in this world. Guys, this world is going through a very, very tough time today. With wars almost in the entire of north part of Africa, the entire of Middle Eastern area, up to Afghanistan. They're all in war right now. If this is not World War III, then what is? And we are going to have to keep our senses alive in order to brave through this tough time. It's a tough time we are living in. On top of it, there is a microscopic virus which is causing so much havoc in our lives. So guys, you guys have the key. Use it to open the right doors. Yeah, Neha, I like that expression. Yeah. Okay. So here is what you will do. Write this down. Anytime that you have made a plan. Number one, your plan should be written down. Okay. Number one. Number two, you write down all the doubts you have about that plan not working out. Okay. And number three, you write down why you feel these doubts. Okay. And number four, the most important, how you can sort them out. Okay. When you have done these 4 steps, what will happen is you have a brain which works even when you're not making it work. In fact, if you meditate and just stop your brain, if you just focus on your breath for about 15 minutes every day, these things will get sorted out and your goal will be right in front of you. Achievable, affordable, reachable. Okay, so with that, I will take you to the next section of this program, which is called Making Powerful Choices. Yeah, and I'm going to take you through this section very, very fast. Okay, now quickly, I want you guys to, before that, are you guys learning something? Yes. What do you do when you learn something? You celebrate. Yes, show me some celebration. Come on. Yes. And give a high, yes, give a high five to your neighbor. Come on. Awesome. You guys are awesome. And you guys rock. Come on, say to someone next to you, I rock. I rock. Yes. Good. Well done. So now I want you guys to quickly write down one instance where you might have been forced to do something. Okay, you didn't want to do it, but you had to do it. Like taking science in college, okay, something as simple as that, or breaking up with your boyfriend, yeah, whatever it was, you were forced to do it, yeah. And then write down something that you chose to do, like, you know, choosing your own career, choosing the subject you want to study, or whatever. Just write one points in each, okay? Then you have just 1 minute to do this. Okay, done? Okay, who would like to share what you've written? Come on. Okay, I've not seen Geeta speak at all. Geeta, go on. I'm noticing you. You're not unnoticeable, my dear. Come on.
Yes, ma'am. So I had forced to do taking group in 12th standard. I wanted to take. Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah. Go on.
Yes, ma'am. One thing I had forced to do with my parents is taking group in my 12th standard was
Taking what?
group specialization in 12th, 11th standard and 12th standard.
Okay, what
So
specialization did you take?
I have taken computer science. They asked me to take computer science.
Okay.
I wanted to take
Yeah, what did you want to take? Go on.
max biology.
Okay. Instead of bio, you took computer science, right?
Yes.
And how did that make you feel?
Yeah, it was. I was very upset when I had taken computer science at that time. But I have taken it because they forced me to do. First time I have taken biology and went and told my parents that I have taken max biology, and they scolded me. And again they took me to the school. They say, they asked me to change and again change to into computer science.
Okay, thanks for sharing
They
that.
had a plan. Yeah, they had a plan going to computer science and joining in this the specific college. So they already had a plan about my plan, career
Got
plan.
it. Okay, okay. And have you written something about what you chose and you did?
Yes, sir. So after completing my UG, my parents want me to stop my career and make me to get married. But I have chosen through computer science. I wanted to go for a job, and the first time I fought with my parents.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
are you married
First,
now?
no, I'm single now.
Okay, so a big round of applause for Geeta for making that choice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Geeta, for sharing. So, Geeta, I want to ask you something that you felt really sad, right? About
Yes.
choosing a computer science. When you were forced, you were basically, you were under pressure, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You were sad and you didn't have a choice, no choice.
Yes.
Okay. So what job are you doing, Geeta?
I'm a technical writer.
You're a
Technical writer.
technical
Technical writer.
So this is under computer science, right?
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel about your job?
Yeah, I feel very much better. I'm happy for doing it, being a technical writer.
Okay. So basically, when you made this choice, you were in control, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You're in control. You had a choice
Yes, ma'am.
to make,
Yes.
and you were happy, right?
Yes.
So this is what happens when. So guys, this is what happens when we're forced or when we choose. These are the emotions that we face. Do you agree with me? How many of you are with me in this? Yeah? Yeah? Raise your hands, yes. If you're with me in this. Okay. Now, if you look at it, Geeta felt really happy about having done a job, even though computer science was not her choice subject. So how do you feel, Geeta, about having chosen computer science now?
And now I'm really feel because being taking I had a plan taking bio max, but now I'm in a position since I have taken a computer science now in a good position. So I'm really happy since I have
Okay.
taken a computer
Okay.
science.
So
Come
then
on,
what do
yeah.
you see? So first of all, a big round of applause for Geeta for sharing this and for the way she's handled her life. Thank you, Geeta, for sharing. And guys, what do you see here? There was a force. She chose this. There was a force again. She chose on her own. She came for the job, and now somehow this has fallen in place for her, right? So, not all those things which you are forced into are all those things that you're forced into causing trouble to you all the time? No, right? Because fine, she didn't want to do it then, but now it is working for her, isn't it? It's much easier to find a job in computer science than in biology, right? Although we don't know how her life would have been if she had chosen biology, but she's not. But now it's working for her, right? And are all those things that you chose always working for you? Would somebody else like to share something about something that you chose? Who wants to share? Come on, quickly. Yes, I think it is Sana who wants to share. I can figure out from your smile, Sana, that you want to say something.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say, ma'am, I chose to do science in PUC because science was my favorite subject that time. I was very much interested in chemistry because in science, chemistry was my favorite subject. So I had actually got the chance to do physics and chemistry in PUC. So I had chosen that.
Okay. And now what are you doing?
Now I'm doing my MBA, in second year MBA.
Okay. And what is your plan?
Future plan is to work in as a HR analyst, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you guys want to take a pic of this? Okay, quickly take the pic, screenshot or whatever, and then I'll rub this off. Everything's visible? Yeah. Done? I'm rubbing it off if you guys are done. Okay. So, Sana, you said you chose. Now, I want. So, are you guys ready for some transformation now? All of you ready for transformation? Show me some energy. Come on. Yes. Good. Okay. Now, this is something which I learned from a very renowned speaker called Simon Sinek. And then I adopted it into a plan which transforms people. Okay. So he says that 95% people in this world know what they are doing. Okay. They know how they are going to do it. But 95% people on this planet, 95% guys, don't know
why they do it.
Yes. You watched this? Who was
No,
that?
no, it was obvious how, what, and obviously why.
Yeah. Why they are doing it. Okay. So, and I have actually transformed people just with this. And you will see this happen in front of you right now. And you will transform yourself with this right now. Okay. So please draw this on your notebook. And Sana, you focus here. You can draw it later. Yeah. So now, you know the what, right? So you will do your management, right? And you will become a HR analyst, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How will you do it? By completing the MBA, right?
Yeah, ma'am, completing MBA.
Yes. Why do you want to do it, Sana?
Because that is the area which interests me. I have more interest in doing HR, so I'm planning to do that.
What else?
I'm more capable of managing around with people. So that's another reason.
Okay. What else?
And I feel human resource is a subject where it requires people's as skills and experts to do it. So I feel that is where I'm more interested.
Guys, look at the board here. She has an interest. She has people skill. Basically, she said these two things. Now, is this why of her job or is this how of her job? How do HRs work? HRs work through their interest, of course, in the job and through people's skills. Where is the why in it? Sana. Where's the why?
I'm not sure, ma'am. I'm a little confused in this.
Okay, now tell me who will be your customers when you are an HR analyst. So we used to have this term customer within the company, within Oracle, in terms of people who used to benefit from our work. So our customer were sales people from Oracle, the analysts who would make the entry, right? They were our customers. Anybody who would gain from whatever we did. So in those terms, I'm asking you, who are you going to be serving? Who will you be serving?
I'll be serving people, normal people who.
So you'll be serving the employee, okay?
Yeah.
And there's one more person, one more group of people you'll be serving. They are
employers.
Employees. Management.
We call it, yeah, management. Okay. Now tell me, what do employees want? And I'll change the color of the pen. What do employees want? What are employees looking for? Yeah?
Employees looking for a job and management is looking for a
It's called work satisfaction. Let's say job satisfaction, right? Are employees looking for job satisfaction?
Yes, ma'am. They want job satisfaction.
Yeah. What is the management looking for? Performance, skilled people.
Skilled people, I think.
And performance, of course, right? Now, if you were to go to the employee and tell them that why I do my job is that I have interest and have people skill, then they are looking for what? Job satisfaction. Then aren't you speaking Tamil to someone from someone who speaks English?
Yes, ma'am. It is going to be something different.
You have to tell your customers what you can give them. What will you tell an employee that you can do for them as the HR analyst? That you are skilled in creating what?
I'm skilled in creating job satisfaction.
That you are skilled in creating job satisfaction. That you are skilled in identifying who is suited for what kind of job. That you are so skilled that an employee can come to you and say that I'm not enjoying my job. Can you find me another placement within the company? Wouldn't that be great if you had an HR like that? How many of you?
Yeah, ma'am, that would be great.
Yeah. How many of you dream of a HR like that? Yes. You would be someone who can give them job satisfaction through trainings, through lateral placements, through God knows what other methods. Yeah. Team building, skill building.
Ma'am, even recruitment would be.
No, I don't want you to move anywhere else. Okay, be here. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
We are going to just discuss this. Yeah? And guys, you are going to do the same exercise for your own stuff. Yeah? And I'll give you some time to do that. So, you are going to tell if you go and tell an employee that I will, or even the employer, that I can provide job satisfaction to your employees. And if you can tell the management that I can find you the most skilled employee within the company who should be working in your process, that I can ensure the performance of the people who are working in your process. You don't know the why. How are you going to get to these people? Yeah. This is what is happening to 95% of people in this planet. They are not talking the language of their customers. They're saying, I'm good. Are these people going to figure out that just because you have an interest, you're capable of creating this? Everybody who has an interest, does she or he create this? No. Sana, any bulb on moment for you?
Sorry, ma'am.
Are the lights turning on in your head?
Yeah, ma'am. Now I'm having a little more knowledge on this. So now it's okay.
If Sana, if you were to write that I have an interest in people's skill and that's why I'm looking for a job, versus if you wrote that I am and I want to be an expert in job satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suit the.
And yeah. I want to be able to place the skills to the right departments and to ensure a performance within departments. If you said this, what would be a better reason for you to be selected in the company?
As a HR analyst?
Yes.
I can provide them
like this a better reason or this a better reason is what I'm saying.
I think job satisfaction is the better reason rather than the interest.
So immediately your interviewer knows that you understand what you're coming in to do. And I want to tell you that I have experienced one of the best HR in my career in Oracle. I know what an HR can do if they decide to make a difference. I have seen it happen right in front of my eyes. I've seen the power of being a good HR. And I can vouch for it that if you choose to be this, you're going to be a star wherever you go.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Guys, I want somebody else to, first a big round of applause for Sana for going through this and giving all the answers. Well done, Sana. Awesome. And good luck to you, Sana.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you're welcome. And now I want somebody else to share what you just understood from this process.
Ma'am, it's important to know why you're doing it.
Yes.
In what way it is going to help your target customers. What do they expect from you? Knowing that and doing it will also help you understand how you can do it better and what way you can go about it.
Yes, it took me time to understand this too, you know. I used to say I have an interest in helping women find their path and things like that. And then I started saying, I am going to transform you through powerful choices. Isn't that clear? You don't have to ask any questions. Yeah? You have to find a compelling sentence for yourself that describes what you're doing, which completely buys your customers, binds them, and wants them in front of you all the time. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so quickly, 5 minutes. You guys are going to write down, you are going to make this, okay? You're going to write down the why. So you will write down what you want to do. Yeah. You will write down how you want to get there. And you will write down the why. Yeah. Ready? Okay, go for it. So now you can take a pic of this. And others also if you want. Okay, so are you guys done? Yeah, 5 minutes over. So let's quickly wrap this up because I said 6:30. So see, in the first attempt you may not get it, but did you get an idea of how to do it? Yeah. So what you are going to do is every time that you make a decision that I want to do this, find out the why with more clarity. Who you are trying to do it for and what do they need? Do you really want to do this? Does it really interest you? When you do this, guys, no matter whether you are forced into a situation or whether you do it by yourself, you'll be able to say the yes and no with more conviction, more clarity, and therefore with more control. And will that make your choices powerful choices? Yes. So guys, I would have put you in breakout rooms and asked you to share this with your companion, but we don't have the time. And I want to leave you at 6:30 because I think it would not be fair on you to ask you to stay any longer. Okay. So with this, I want to end this session. I've put my coordinates there for you to make a note of in case you want to get in touch with me. I hold my Powerful Choices session every Friday on from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. You guys can always connect with me and ask me to join in. And I can just let you into those sessions. You just have to tell me that I have participated in a DSU session and I would like to also participate in your Powerful Choices session. Okay. Let me know that because then I will give you a free entry. Yeah. Make sense, guys? Okay. So see you guys around. Good luck to you on this journey of becoming great entrepreneurs. And wish all of you luck for winning that special prize of the best idea, right? There's a prize there for the participants of this program. So wish you all luck to win the first prize. Yeah, one of you will do great, one of the groups here. And good luck for the entire journey. Anything that you guys want to ask me, you can ask me now.
So when we'll submit these ideas, we'll start after the sixth section or in between?
You will have an ideation workshop. Okay, so you will be guided. Professor Shweta is the right person to ask these questions.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Any other questions? Any questions we just had? Did you guys learn something?
Yes.
Yes. So show me the energy. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
what does learning require?
Energy.
Energy. So are you guys going to show the energy throughout this journey?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. So see you at the end of this program. Come on, a big round of applause for yourself. You guys did great. And we can't just leave, right? Hold on.
Surprise.
Dance?
Yes, of course.
Dance.
You have to leave with a dance. Come on, get up, all of you.
Oh, no.
Why no?
Okay.
What's so embarrassing about dancing? Guys, I want
Actually, dancing is
No, there is no embarrassment. It's just after 4 hours of this one, you literally can't.
I've been standing all these hours, by the way. And
Okay, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm standing up.
I'm ready to dance. I could dance for an hour with you guys. Okay, so let me get the music on. Yes.
Indian music. I can't hear the music itself.
Follow my steps. Come on. Ruth.
I'm the leader.
I'm the best.
I'm the best. I'm Shahrukh Khan then.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, guys. A big round of applause and bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice session,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was a great session.
Professor Shweta, are you there? Okay, let me first stop the recording.